Will Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI beneficiaries, be eligible for the raise that we've been hearing about, as well as the next stimulus check? Let's talk through all the details. Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your one and only daily advocate. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am back every single day to help you out in any way that I can throughout this incredibly confusing time. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it, and I will continue to be here for you each and every day. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, I have to clarify. Yesterday, I released a video talking about losing benefits. Now, I need to apologize. There was some miscommunication on that video, and it's completely my fault. When I said losing benefits, I was strictly referring to unemployment benefits. So if you're not receiving unemployment benefits, don't worry about it. It's not going to pertain to you, okay? So again, my fault. I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to take all the blame for it. And that's okay. I apologize. I just want to clarify and make it very clear. It's only unemployment benefits. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you so much for your understanding. I do appreciate it. So I've seen over the last few weeks here, down in the comments section, a number of you reaching out to me saying, hey, I'm loving the sound of these Social Security and SSI benefit raises. However, is that going to disqualify me from receiving stimulus check number 4? Hey, good questions, and I think you have a valid concern. Let me walk you through this. So first off, if you haven't caught my last few videos talking about these raises that are on the table right now for Social Security and SSI beneficiaries, let me tell you what they are. I'll run through these quickly because I've covered this in other videos, but let me just quickly hit on these. So the president is introducing a proposal, or he's talking about reforming Social Security and boosting benefits to 125% of the federal poverty level. Well, according to my research and my calculations, that would bring the annual income of a Social Security beneficiary up to $16,100 per year. Well, as we divide that out by 12 months, it would bring the minimum guaranteed benefit on a monthly basis to $1,341. Not bad, right? So that is what the president is talking about as far as reforming Social Security. Now, there's a completely separate proposal on the table right now talking about raising SSI benefits, supplemental security income benefits, to 100% of the federal poverty level. Okay, let me walk you through these numbers now. So this proposal, or this offer on the table, would bring SSI up to $12,880 per year, which is the federal poverty level as of right now, according to my searches online. Well, if we divide that out by 12 months, it actually brings us to $1,073 per month for SSI beneficiaries, which happens to be $279 per month as a raise from the current level of $794 that SSI beneficiaries are getting right now. So again, another really, really nice raise across the board. You know, it's actually interesting because as we look at these programs, Social Security and SSI, they have not been reformed in ages, literally ages and ages. These programs have not been reformed, except for the minimal COLA raise that everybody receives on an annual basis, like a pathetic 1% or whatever it happens to be. That's not keeping up with times. So basically all these people are coming together saying, hey, we need to reform these programs. This is ridiculous. Nobody can live on $794 a month from SSI. I totally agree. Yeah, so they need some reform into these programs, and that's what they're talking about. Cool. All right, so let me bring you to the question of the day. If you get these benefit raises, Social Security or SSI that we just went over, would you still be eligible for the next stimulus check, the 4th stimulus check, or even potentially monthly stimulus checks if they happen to implement them? The simple answer would be yes, of course you would be. Here's why. Now, again, there's no written evidence of this. However, let me talk about the past 3 stimulus checks and why I would say yes, absolutely 100% you would be eligible. Here's the deal. The qualifications on the last 3 stimulus checks basically came down to income, and whether you were claimed as a dependent or if you had a Social Security number. Those were basically the only limiting factors to determine if you were going to be eligible for a stimulus check. number 1, 2, and number 3. All 3 stimulus checks, they changed a little bit, but other than that, those were basically the only parameters. And again, of course, there were some what's the word I'm trying to say? Like provisions in there to eliminate or reduce your stimulus check if you owed back child support. But these are basically the only things that they had in there. Your income had to be under $75,000 as an individual, $150,000 as a married couple. You had to have a social security number. That was a guarantee. And then if you were claimed as a dependent, you would be exempt from receiving it as well. But other than that, that was basically it. There was nothing in there that ever said Social Security, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, all of these beneficiaries would not receive it. There was never, ever any of that language. So, if this actually came about with the raises, then yes, absolutely, you would be included once again for the next stimulus check. Because guess what? If you're receiving any of these benefits that we just talked about, check out your income. It's definitely below the threshold, right? Do you have a social security number? Well, if you're receiving these benefits, I would guess the vast majority of you, yes, also have a social security number. The only thing then would be, would you be claimed as a dependent? Remember, there's that whole big issue about people who are claimed as adult dependents. Unfortunately, they're typically not included, but rather the money goes to the person who claims the adult dependent. And of course, that has been a topic that has usually changed basically by the stimulus check. So maybe next time on stimulus check number 4, maybe they change it once again and say, hey, this time we're actually going to send the money to the actual adult dependent versus the person who actually claims the person, right? So we'll have to watch that one very closely. That one seemed to oscillate quite a bit. There's a lot of controversy about that, the whole adult dependent part. But either way, your income's within the lines, within the parameters. You got the social security number, and then it just comes down to basically the dependent part. Other than that, yes, everybody, you're all included, even if you get the raise on Social Security. So, I mean, it's like the Social Security raise, and then you get the stimulus check cherry right on top. I don't know. It sounds pretty good, right? So hopefully that raise for Social Security comes in sooner than later. As of right now, it looks like they're potentially looking at some Social Security reform later this year in its own separate package and bill. Within that one, we're probably also going to see probably some kind of talk about that SSI proposal to raise SSI benefits as well, right? So we'll need to continue watching that very closely. But either way, you never know. Maybe they'll add it into one of these packages that we're currently looking at right now, the infrastructure packages. Who knows? Seriously, that's why we need to continue watching this stuff very, very closely, because it literally changes on a daily basis. I mean, literally, almost hourly even. As they continue to talk through this stuff, things are changing very, very rapidly. But either way, don't worry. You don't need to do the research. I will do that for you. I will condense it all down into these short videos, and I will deliver them to you every single day. So thank you so much for your support. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, or social media, or just check out any of my other 1,000 plus videos. Thanks again, everybody. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. And I hope this answers some of your questions and answers some of the concerns that are out there regarding Social Security raises and the next stimulus check. I'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later.